Do we like some banter at the top?
Well, I mean, this could be the banter. We could just be like, we're starting now.
Are we here? Are we bantering?
I think we've been bantering.
We bantered quite a bit.
Listen,
This would be a lot to listen through.
It sure would.
Well, I mean, I
recording.
assume the last 10 seconds of banter is the banter.
if you're just
fucked it
We
up.
were funnier earlier.
if you're
Well,
just
be funny now.
I can't.
On command.
if you're just joining us, there's been some funny banter that you missed out on.
You fucking missed it. Get on that Patreon, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I promise.
Where we have the raw, uncut wave
That's
files.
where we're funny.
Raw, sweet banter.
You think we're giving the funny shit to you peons? No, you got to pay up.
Play around and find out.
So where do we find the Canal Street Crooks today?
I think after everybody is finished with their like downtime, licking of wounds and reducing of heat and training and whatnot, I imagine we probably punch in on us around the kitchen table, such as it is at the old Canal Street lair.
Yeah, your sideways boat.
Absolutely. The sideways boat, which we haven't given a name to yet, but we absolutely should. Because it had a name once upon a time, right? Even like little shitty tugboats have names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might still be written on the back of the boat.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was on the
You
side.
could tell me what that is. That's yours to decide.
We have to find it. I can't just give it a name.
You gotta wipe some mud off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Canonically, at this point, we don't know.
Long-term project to excavate the area where the name is.
Oh, long-term project, do light tidying. Set an 18.
That's gonna be a point.
Yeah.
At least, Jesus.
And it keeps losing ticks every time I turn around.
Well, as the tide comes in. And
It's one of those things, if you don't devote downtime to it, it gets worse.
yeah.
Which ain't that just life?
So you got the information from a prostitute in Silk Shore that the target is named Brace Danfield, and he is a barrister, the son of a magistrate. They're a very well-to-do family. He also, as a personal hobby, collects art, and occasionally, when he really likes one of these prostitutes, he will take her back to his home, sort of show off his wealth and tease them with a life that they, may not have.
And eventually his donger, I assume.
Yeah,
He shows off his...
yeah, that happens too.
Brace is such the name of a rich kid who gets a sex worker to come to his home to look at his art.
All I would need to know about the
Barrister
guy is that his name is
Brace.
Brace, and I want to punch him in the face already.
Barrister Brace Danfield.
To all the braces out there, I want to see your thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Tweet
that we
at us.
don't need fans, but
No.
we don't need you if you're
To all the
named
braces
Brace.
out there, I want to punch you in the face. Sorry. Okay, so here's this. How's this for a little? Watch this. Watch this shit. This is what you get for hiring a pro here. All right, boys. Let me get this straight. So the Bill Hooks want us to bust out their leader, currently in prison, doing a piece up in Iron Hook, and our contact, Fritz Jurgensen, full name, he's German, from regular Germany, that exists in this world. He got his ass beat by the Bluecoats. They shook him down because of our last gig, and now he wants us to help him out by stealing some art because he has a buyer. The professor here has found a guy, a magistrate with a son that has art that we can steal while also sending a message. Are we really trying to pull two jobs at once here?
I mean, I think work smarter, not harder.
I think that this is a good plan.
It's pretty ambitious. You're asking me, it's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, if the third party was to watch us, I think they'd say it's pretty
Say, there goes the
ambitious.
Canal Street Crooks being ambitious as fuck.
So in the planning and engagement, we pick a method of attack, and I will list them for you, and you will decide what you think this is. Assault, do violence to a target. Deception, lure, trick, or manipulate. Stealth, trespass unseen. Occult, engage in a supernatural power. Social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade. And transport, carry cargo or people through danger.
I've given this some thought.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in what y'all have to think as well.
Okay.
I have a few pitches for you as far as how we do this. So, Danfield like horror. We know this about Danfield.
Danfield
like
sex
horror.
worker.
Yes.
Sex worker. Yes, thank you.
No need to not be progressive here in Duskvol.
He's a sex worker monger.
Yes,
Let's say that. I think that it would be interesting to hire a sex worker to get on the inside and have her let us in. And I think that that could be either deception or maybe even social. If we wanted to use those as points of engagement.
I had a similar plan that just stopped at hire sex worker.
I love it.
But second part of the plan is also
Let's
good.
popcorn this shit. We're yes-anding over here.
So yes.
It sounds like the crew has decided, to me, a plan that sounds like deception.
I could see an argument for either deception or possibly stealth if the objective is for this sex worker to, say, open a window or something, and then that becomes our entry point.
/ distract him
That's true.
with the sex working while we
I
rip
think
him off and leave a bloody note with a knife or whatever.
if one of us were the sex worker, I think it would be deception, but in this case, it's more of...
Or social.
Or social, yes.
The Bugs Bunny Elmer Fudd drag situation is still very much
still
on the table if one
yes.
of us wants to do it themselves.
Yes, I think, what'd you say? Not deception.
Stealth?
Stealth?
Yes.
Okay. So with the stealth plan, it's to trespass unseen, and then the crew has to provide the detail, and that detail is the point of infiltration.
What do you think of this? We've got maps of underground tunnels and shit.
Yes.
What if it is our guy Danfield has like a sex dungeon to which there is a hidden passage or some shit
He
into
definitely does.
I mean, what's his fucking name? Bryce or whatever?
Brace.
That's even worse. Brace,
Yeah.
you absolutely have a sex dungeon, Brace. What if it's a thing where she unlatches the fucking root cellar equivalent of the door to the sex dungeon, or somewhere down there where we can get in underneath, and that can also be, exfiltration as well, but like that would be our point of getting in.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think of that?
Could be,
I like it a lot.
Yep. Would we need to gather info to lock down 100% that this hypothetical sex dungeon is a thing that we can gain access to?
I've gathered the information that this guy's name is Brace.
Okay, we're already
That he would 100% has a sex dungeon. That's all the info I
fair
need.
enough. As long as, it could be a sex attic, There's
That's fair.
A
A sex mud room, perhaps.
A sex pagoda.
Yuck, I hated that.
sex
pergola?
gazebo. My new band.
All I can afford is a sex above ground pool.
However, to find this sex worker, you're going to have to acquire an asset, which, being out of downtime activities, will cost 1 gold. And then we can roll to acquire the asset of this sex worker. Somebody, ideally, that he wants to bring back. As the information you've gathered is that he brings back prostitutes that he particularly likes.
So it's 1 coin to even make the roll, and then it would be another coin to bump up to the tier if we need it.
And and I'm going to say as a minimum, he does not sleep with prostitutes below tier 1.
Man after my heart.
That is an absolute floor for him.
Honestly, same. Okay. So I'm willing to. I earned a coin from my gambling vice that I feel like is more or less ill-gotten gains. I'm willing to pony that one up to make the roll, and then if we need to modify the roll, we may need to dip into.
Sure.
I was about to offer the same. I was about to say that we should use your money.
You're gonna make my. Okay, great, cool.
Read my mind.
All right. Well, guys, the table's been good to me. I got a little extra saving for a rainy day. This could potentially be a big payoff if we're being paid twice for this. I think this is well worth it. So I don't mind ponying up some dough, spread a little money around, see who he likes lately, see if we can't get them on our side. So, they made it a little more convincing after that. So that's going to have to be, maybe that's going to come out of our own mutual coffers. But for now, I think that'll at least get us in the door to have a conversation.
All right, let's go find the prostitutes.
All right. So it sounds like the Canal Crooks are headed to Silkshore again.
Yeah.
Silkshore, one more time, is just this sprawling network of merchant stalls and illuminated like electric lights that they put colored glass over to catch the eye. Every type of pleasure can be found here. From food to drugs to sex to art. There are theater troupes roaming the streets, panhandling, performing small scenes for people. The elite of the city rub elbows with the absolute dregs of the city here, as everybody needs a small reprieve from their miserable life.
Ain't that the truth?
You once more return to the Red Lantern, high-scale brothel that Brace has been known to frequent.
Okay.
Let's take our acquire asset roll.
So I think to roll your tier is just a fortune roll, is it not?
Yep. So our tier is 0.
So it's just a straight up and down 1d6.
As a 0 tier, I think you roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Correct.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Well, clickety clack. The lowest was a 2, and the highest was a 4.
Oh no.
So that's going to be difficult because a 1 is a tier -1. So we need to bump this whore up to 2. Sorry, sex worker up to 2 tier.
No, they're only
Now,
sex workers when they get to level 2.
Oh, I see. So we have on our hands a whore.
Yeah,
What we
yes.
need is a sex worker. Got it. Okay, so we need 2 coin to she's all that this lady into making her
I'm
palatable.
gonna say for roleplay purposes, what's happening is the girls you're talking to, the ones that look like you could afford them, the ones that are still kind of on the street and patio of the Red Lantern, they get better as you go inside. They're saying, I don't want to do this job. One of them says, Brace is really well connected with the government, and I'm not interested in doing anything nefarious. And another one says, yeah, my cousin saw him a couple of weeks ago. She never came back.
You know, if we take the glasses off of some of the girls outside, I think that'll be, I think we could probably fake it. That's all it takes, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Take your glasses off. Let your hair down. Holy smokes.
Oh, boys, I think we've got her.
Pretty woman.
And now we're taking her to prom?
You fall in love with her?
And then we actually fall in love? Weird.
All 3 of you?
Do you guys want to get back to the
That's
the
the plot of
mission?
3 Men and a Baby.
No.
I'm retiring from crime with my ex-sex worker.
That she's all thatted.
Oh.
And now she goes back to the place where she was buying clothes.
Let's not play this game anymore.
Surely there's a she's all that role-playing game system, right? Let's check Forged in the Dark.
Keep watching or listening.
stay tuned to this space.
I pointed at the microphone and keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching. So functionally, we're at tier -1.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
So could we?
With a little bit of money, you might be able to buy somebody better.
So can we?
What I'm
So
saying.
functionally, can we spend 2 coin to improve that result by 2? Basically, is that the deal?
If you can flash a little money around, you can get somebody from inside. Or you could also do the idea of, I'm going to use money to make her more beautiful.
I guess money is being paid either way, right?
Right. However you want to handle it.
Although I do like that flavoring.
I'll put it this way. There is a moderately attractive sex worker on the street who could be dressed up with some fancy silks and makeup to attract Brace's attention. Or you could go inside and spend more coin influencing one of the higher tier prostitutes. I just want to say, above table, all bodies are beautiful.
I was just going to say, this is to make her expressly attracted to this guy and his specific taste.
Brace is very superficial.
I just like to imagine
We're very cool.
All bodies are beautiful. All blue coats are bastards.
Okay, so that's the choice.
Okay,
and I'll put it this way. The choice I'm going to also pitch to you is the one girl from outside who agrees to do this seems a little savvy. You know, she's also a bit of a crook.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
She's like, yeah, you know, I heard about Jezebel going missing, and I'd love to get a little revenge for that. And then the one inside, who's more expensive, is, you know, this sort of kind of very placid but beautiful, you know, heavily make-upped, and says, if you have the coin, I will do the job. I have seen this Brace before.
Okay.
I mean, she's been there before, but I like the gumption. I
One
like
thing I'm
the
worried about
gumption.
is the lady outside going wild and deciding to stick a knife in our guy when we're not necessarily trying to murder anybody.
How about we frame it like this? We mechanically pay the 2 coin, and what that represents is us essentially giving what's the lady outside's name? Who's attempting to avenge Jezebel?
Yes, let's name her. Her name is. How about?
We should have like a musical cue every time Sophie has to come over the new thing.
Welcome
Just cut the rest of this out.
to the naming hour.
Linnea.
Linnea.
So is it the same name as Miss Booker?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever. Is that Miss Booker's
That was
name?
absolutely bizarre.
That was 100% Miss Booker's name.
Oh,
Crazy.
do you believe in fate?
Or have you been on hard times, Miss Booker, since the last time?
Listen, Gov. Linea's very common name around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother worked at Miss Booker's shoe factory. And I
You
was
were named after her?
Yeah.
My son is also named Bort.
Yes.
It's all connected.
All right.
I'm Linnea, and that's that.
Okay.
Linnea,
All right, Linnea.
how about we come to a bit of an understanding? We'll pay you a whole coin now for the job, and a coin after. That's once things go according to plan.
We don't need to pretty woman her.
I mean, she
She's
did go to that
beautiful just the way
that one expensive clothing shop before, and they kicked her out. And then if we give her money, she can go back.
Okay,
and be
Big
like,
mistake.
big mistake.
Huge.
Big mistake.
I think mechanically, to make this work mechanically, I think we have to pretty woman her.
Pretty woman.
'Cause it's either we pay somebody to be tier 1 or we pay to bring her up to tier 1. And I think there's definitely a montage with Hall & Oates and she comes out of a dressing room wearing different clothes. And the first one is a thumbs down.
Have you
And
been
the second one is kind of in the middle. And then the third one is that we give her a big hug.
And it's definitely happening at the Dunridge and Sons.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have
Dunridge
just the place.
100%.
Do you love these gloves? There's
One
a whole-
outfit is just her in a barrel. One outfit is her in a duck costume. And then one is in normal clothes. And we're like, yeah.
No, here's the thing about Brace. Big duck guy.
He would have
Loves
loved
the
duck
duck.
costume. We'll see what the engagement role says. I thought he would have showed up as a duck.
I was
suppose
very
have to do-
specific. Specifically mallard.
Your letter said that you wanted to fuck. Oh, no, that was a typo.
Listen,
I did want
I
to
want you.
Autocorrect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
So to establish the plan one last time, we have established that there is some sort of a sex dungeon that lets out into some of the underground chambers
Yes.
in Duskvol.
You were aware that there is a basement
perfect.
that lets into a forgotten canal. The city is basically paved over and can enter his home from your combination of your underground maps and your information gather.
Perfect. And the name of our compatriots now that she is on our team.
Linnea.
Yes,
Linnea.
Linnea.
And she will give us a discount next time we use her on an engagement roll. Or at least we get 1 plus 1D. So let's keep her.
I mean,
And she might be getting plus
I will
1D
give
next
her
time.
a plus
I know what I mean.
I mean, come on.
Oh no!
Am I right?
Why?
welcome to Play Around and Find Out.
I said this thing completely
I'm
innocently,
interested in-
and I looked at all you motherfuckers with your 14-year-old boy grins. So this is not on me. This is 100% not on me.
We are sitting at a table with red vines and Mountain Dew. We are children.
That's stone cold fact.
Okay, so Linnea, in her new outfit and her fancy hair, is going to try to get back to Brace's home and open the cellar for you so you can get inside.
Perfect.
Gangster.
Next, we're going to choose our loadouts. For those listening, the players can choose their loadout, which is essentially how many items they have available to them throughout the course of this heist. The only reason you would ever not choose the maximum is because you don't want to look like you're coming in loaded for bear into like a social gathering. Let's say the operation is at like a fancy club and you're trying to persuade them you're an investor.
Yeah, I think the way talked about it before, is the light load, you get 3 items, which is essentially you could just walk into a fancy party and no one knows you have stuff on. Normal load is 5, where people would be like, oh, that guy's carrying some stuff. And then heavy load is 6, which is essentially like you're rolling in tactical gear. And people are like, oh, that guy's ready for war.
Yes.
And it's worth pointing out at this moment, just so everyone's tracking this early on, the funny thing about load in a game like this versus like D&D, where you have a set amount of equipment, is that you don't know what kind of equipment you're going to need until you need it.
Yeah.
So load represents your character's ability to address the situation. Let's say we come up against a safe. I don't have to declare that I've got lockpicks on me before the thing, right. but my character, being a criminal mastermind, knows I would need lockpicks, so I would check off lockpicks and say, "Oh, good thing I brought these."
Exactly.
But I won't know that until I get there.
A list of items they could draw up at any time and say they've always had.
Sort of a quantum.
So what are we choosing for our load?
Inventory.
I like normal because I think that is, for me anyway. You guys decide for yourselves, but I think Eddie's coming in normal just because this may require a degree of dexterity. We doesn't want to be loaded down with like a big ass blunderbuss or whatever. Ideally, we're not going to be spotted. And if we are spotted, we're fucked anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right. That is the other situation where you might want to bring a lighter load. Is a game master is well within her rights to be like, oh, you're heavy load, right? Climbing this ladder is going to be
reduced effect
limited.
Or yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll normal.
Normal?
Nah, I'm going to do normal too.
Okay, Simon's normal. What about Dylan?
Oh, the professor is rocking heavy.
Do it.
Yeah.
He's got a bag full of mystery items that he can't wait to share with the world.
He's a fucking reckless person now.
Yep.
All right, let's work through our engagement roll now. This engagement roll essentially will determine for the players the positioning they're in as this begins. So I'm going to run through a quick checklist, and you're going to answer some questions for me. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I don't think. I mean, the only thing bold or daring about it is that we're pulling 2 jobs at once. But I think
it is.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sure.
Well, you get 1 dice right off the bat for sheer luck.
Okay.
Then you get 1 for this being bold and daring.
Okay.
Is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I don't think especially complex.
Woman opens door.
Nope.
I guess that's contingent on Linnea being the one who he chooses to bring home.
Yeah, if I wanted to be a real asshole about it.
Yeah.
He chooses Linnea, although we're saying, honestly, this could happen a couple of nights in a row. We're just waiting for him.
We're waiting. Her. Yeah, no, exactly. And, she's probably also putting on the charm and kind of,
So
which
I'm going to say no. He will eventually pick her in a day or two.
Perfect.
So no, you don't take a minus die for that. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Ooh.
Do we count
Linnea
as a contact?
No, that's a mechanical thing. If we acquire her enough, if we keep bringing her in on jobs, that is something that we can mechanically do eventually.
However, you got this job directly from Fitz.
That's true.
Oh.
He did steer us in the direction.
Fitz is familiar with this area, and he knows about this guy's home. He's the one who gave you this information. So yeah, add a die for a contact. And finally, are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target? Nope, he's higher tier target than you.
He's higher tier. That may give us -1D.
It does.
There's a spot in here about vulnerability, that we're coming in through the basement through a forgotten tunnel versus coming in through the front door. I would make the argument that would give us an extra die because it may not be.
Detail expose a vulnerability to the target, hit them where they are weakest. Unfortunately, it does not.
It does.
Ooh, okay.
Well, we're about to play around and find out about that. Am I right?
Uh-oh.
He is the strongest in his sex dungeon.
I guess the Empire really is striking back.
Oh no.
I guess the Jedi really are returning. I said the name of the podcast in this, so that's where
I quit the podcast.
I've got more.
Good luck finding another 4th for this game.
We want to keep going. Okay.
Okay, so how many dice does that bring us to?
So that my grand total is 2.
Correct. So you're going to roll your 2 engagement dice, and that will determine the initial positioning of this.
I'm going to make an argument that we should get an extra die for spending 3 coin on bringing Linnea in, because we could just bust open a 2nd story window or whatever. That to me feels like it's exploiting a vulnerability. versus just trying to just do a smash and grab.
Unfortunately, I cannot give you the information why, but this basement is not a vulnerable location for him.
And here is where I keep my trebuchet and all of my
For sure.
traps.
The way that I see this plan still kind of being in our favor is it's allowing us to use the underground passageways, which is allowing us to rock into Brightstone with normal and heavy loads because we're kind of going below surface streets. Like a community like Brightstone, I don't think we would be looking at like -1 die just for having anyone with heavy load normally going into a spot like that. But we're kind of slipping in underneath.
Fair enough. Sustained or overruled. The one where you don't get what you want.
Overruled.
That's the one. Do you want to make the engagement roll, Professor?
Oh, I mean, sure. If you're offering,
Go for it.
I'll give it a little taste.
I love that this is in character.
I didn't use in character voice. I would just use his character name.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, for listeners, that is a tasty, tasty snake eyes. We are starting in a desperate position.
Okay.
Do we get to learn why this was such a bad idea at this moment? Because it seems like,
Y'all gonna learn today. I'm going to set the scene for us.
Also, real quick, do we get XP for it being a desperate roll in this roll?
No.
Okay.
There's no positioning in this particular role.
probably our first position will be desperate. So I bet whoever makes that roll
will
is
be
going to
desperate.
learn.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're gonna jump into the narrative here.
Yes.
Gimme.
Currently, the Canal Street Crooks, in a borrowed gondolier boat, are pushing their way through an underground passage, flooded chambers. The whole city of Duskvol, when it was initially founded, was a coal mining town. And like miners dug deep into the earth, and there are still passageways, canals, underground grottos, locations where people secretly grow mushrooms and darker things under the city streets. If the camera were to pan above you, you would see the small part of town called Brightstone, home to many of the wealthiest and most influential citizens of Duskvol. Its streets are broad, and they are paved, and they are under bright electric lights. Its canals are sparkling and clean and even perfumed. The houses are all fine, pale marble blocks with rich timbers and intricate ironworks. There are cultivated parks fed by radiant energy and lavish restaurants and cafes above you. Meanwhile, you are in a disgusting, ancient tunnel with lichen slick growing to the walls, trying to see a tiny little map in the dark. But finally, you reach the location where this trap door enters into Brace's home. And as you reach up to feel for it, who's going to be the one to test the door?
Oh, yeah, the professor is eager.
The guy who rolled the double one? I agree.
Yep. The reckless one. Yeah. Eager to get this started. It should be right here.
You've located it, and as you attempt to open the door, it feels for a moment it might be stuck, like like it hasn't been opened at all, but then comes open. And the room above you is pitch dark. As the three of you, do you all climb into the room?
Depending on how big the opening is, I think I want to let the professor go first. If he's the one opening, he's kind of doing the breach, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Professor, you climb into the room, pitch black. You can see nothing around you.
Okay.
And the first thing you hear as you climb into the room is the hammer on a gun cock back.
Perfect. Okay.
What do you do?
The professor is going to raise his hands in the air as if, oh, you got me. And I think he says, oh, this isn't my villa.
This sounds to me like you were trying to sway him.
Yes.
Persuade him.
I think this is just create at least I'm not going for much, and I don't want this to be, oh, let me help you. This is just a momentary confusion of like, maybe this isn't a home intrusion. Okay. Like he's just looking for that moment's hesitation.
One moment of hesitation is your end goal.
But also saying this loud enough that my compatriots know, like, there is somebody here that I am speaking to.
All right, you were making a desperate roll for I'm gonna say limited effect.
I'm gonna push myself to make it standard.
Okay.
If I-
Desperate for standard. What skill are you rolling here?
This has to be sway.
All right. Let's see it.
Okay, I got 1 in sway. I pushed myself for effect. Any interesting devil's bargains in this scenario?
I'm going to say that I will give you an extra die, but whoever this is also aware your companions are down there.
I want to maintain that element of surprise. I'm going to spend 2 more stress to also push myself to gain an extra die. So that's
Right.
4 stress. We're back, baby.
Catching those traumas like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's go. Collect them all.
And here goes nothing. 5 on a desperate.
Okay.
You marked your XP, right?
5 on a desperate.
No.
You buy this brief moment of hesitation as the figure, instead of shooting you immediately, reaches over and flicks on the lights, and the whole room becomes immediately blindingly bright. Any action you take for the next few seconds is that requires your vision is going to be with some sort of a disadvantage.
Perfect.
The whole room immediately lights up. You see the sex worker, whose name escapes me,
Linnea?
Nea, is in this room with him, tied to this sort of almost like a stretching rack.
Oh, no.
He has been working her for some time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and this room itself is full of all sorts of grisly leather-clad objects.
Oh, no.
Fucking Brace, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Brace.
This is Brace. Yeah, Brace is standing there. He's got a pistol in his hands, and he goes, "Oh, my companion here, after some entertainment, decided to inform me of your arrival. And this is your departure."
And with that moment I bought, could we say that's a setup action for whatever either of
100%.
my 2 companions would like to do?
Paint me a picture of the opening of like where we are
Sure.
relative to inside, looking inside
You're in
of
a
the room.
small, narrow gondolier boat directly below. The tunnel itself is probably only about 5 or 6 feet. I mean, you're like right up against the ceiling. You have to be crouched to exist between the space. And the opening is big enough for one person at a time. This old sort of hatch. All you can see as these blinding lights come on, you will also suffer additional effect from immediately hitting this bright light. There's like a smear of blood trailing into the tunnel that you are in.
Trailing through the tunnel we're in currently?
I mean, from the trap door into the tunnel you're in, as if something bloody has been dragged and dropped into this tunnel.
Oh, so okay.
I mean, we
All
could
right.
yank him down. I'm not sure.
Is there, I guess my question is, from where we're sitting on the outside, is there a way to fire a weapon on the inside?
You can pop up through that porthole and fire on him.
Okay.
I'm going to say you're going to lose 1 dice. This is the drawback of his mixed
Got it.
success. For everyone's next action, if it requires sight, you are temporarily blinded by these extremely bright lights.
And does a setup action give us anything, or are you just literally setting us up for this next step?
It can give you improved effect or better position.
Can I, unless you've got something, Simon.
Oh boy, I do. No.
Okay. Can I pitch you on, this is all going according to plan.
Absolutely.
We knew he was going to do this.
Yeah.
And we knew it was going to be the professor coming out to just buy just a moment of confusion. And in that moment, okay, so all that talk about us not killing him, that was a joke. You guys knew I was joking, right? We were just having a laugh.
Classic.
Having a laugh about old Brace not dying. I would like to, I'll take the -1 dice. This is an ambush. The plan all along was for me to pop up, and I'm going to throwing knife
Can I ask
and
a
kill this
question?
guy possibly as
Did-
possible.
Did
Yes.
we know that Linnea was going to be tortured?
That reflects poorly on us.
That is a difficult question.
No, we didn't expect that.
I am going to say probably we did not know that.
Okay.
Like we didn't know, and maybe that was us for not
I think
gathering enough information as to his predilections, accepting knowing that people didn't come back sometimes, and we sort of yada over that, which was not great for us.
Right. Let's say, so it just took you too long to navigate these tunnels.
yes.
I think that's part of the
She
very,
did
very
manage
bad
to
roll.
open the door, but then.
we weren't there in time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. So you're plan was to distract him a brief moment, pop up and throw a knife at him.
Yep. And again, if there is like a damage sort of consequence or anything like that, I'll still take that.
As the setup action?
the 5.
I mean, he is preparing to shoot you.
Yeah, I think this is like I get shot.
Yep.
While giving you the perfect.
Okay, so your position is desperate for standard.
And is that standard with his setup?
That is the setup. Yeah,
Okay.
it would be from limited to standard.
Got it. So I'm going to roll hunt on that because hunt is specific about ambushes. And if you're buying the pitch that this was the plan, that was always the plan, was to ambush her.
Absolutely.
So it's 2 die minus 1 die.
Yeah. You can
I'm
still push
probably
yourself
going to
or hear a
push
devil's
myself.
bargain.
I would hear a devil's bargain at this moment.
The violence that's being created by throwing this, by the gunshots, the torture, will awaken something in the tunnels.
Thank you for taking us on that journey.
Something could be anything. It awakens.
That was the meme of the lady tasting the thing and then deciding it's not so bad kind of deal. Boy, I don't know that we want that kind of smoke. Honestly, I think we may be better off. I may be better off just pushing myself. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to fight a fucking tentacle monster as well as this asshole?
The only slimy monster I want to kill today is Brace.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So minus 1 die for the situation.
Yep.
Plus 1 effect.
Correct.
For the setup action. And I will push myself to give myself an extra die to bring me back up to 2.
I can probably also help in this scenario. As like I prepare, like see this shot coming, I just kind of clear, porthole in the ground to give you enough room to come up and swing as I just brace to take this bullet.
Brace?
Brace to take brace.
Okay.
I'm about to get braced.
All right.
So mark a stress and just try and give you a clear angle.
Because you're kind of just like hitting the deck, kind of coming back in to give me a clear shot.
Yeah.
So he takes a step aside or drops down?
I think I just step back because you're like coming vertically
You
up.
step back. Edward pops up and throws the knife. Let's see the roll.
So that's 3 die with the help action.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 2, 3, and a 4. Success with a complication.
2, 3, and a 4.
Thank God for that 4.
The success is you hit him with this knife. The complication is he still squeezes off the shot.
Got it.
Our leech, Arvis, you are taking level 3 damage.
Excellent.
You are shot in the chest.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to spend 3 of my 6 load to have been wearing heavy armor this entire time.
Hell yeah, you were.
Actually,
Reckless mother. That's why I buy that this was part of the plan, is because he's reckless now that he's like, fuck yeah, I'll get in there.
Fully volunteered to take one of the chests.
All right,
100%.
part of the plan, step 1, I get shocked.
Yep. They're weirdly horny for it. Okay, so I brought heavy armor, and then that would reduce it from level 3 harm to level 1 harm. I still have 2 level 1 harms.
You do.
Which
And
would
you will
push it
also
back
lose
up
the
to-
progress you've made on your.
I would also lose that. However, I would like to resist on top of this heavy armor, which is me having the prowess to specifically clock where I'm going to get shot and position the heaviest part of this, like...
Let me ask, is this armor an invention of yours?
You know what?
Or been modified by you in any way?
We cut to... This isn't a flashback. This is current hour Fitz walking through his collection, and there's just an old suit of armor that's like missing its breastplate, and he like scratches his head. Oh, where did it go?
I love that. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's a telltale boom as this piece of metal just absolutely takes the slug.
All right, roll that resistance.
Yeah.
And see how much stress you're going to take.
Okay, so I roll 3 dice with prowess.
Get it.
That is a 4, so I'll take 2 more stress.
2 more stress, but you resist the injury entirely.
Yes.
From a level 3 harm to absolutely nothing.
Yep, it just ricochets.
Yeah, that breastplate like catches the ball and it flies off to the side. There's a big, huge dent in the armor still. Maybe 1 stagger step back, but you were ready for this.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Brace has a throwing knife sticking right out of his clavicle. So it's just welling blood as he's like gasping for air. You punctured something and he drops to his knees trying to grab at it. And he's dead.
Brace for that, bitch. Sorry. Brace for that, bitch.
Oh, I thought you'd go with your classic line. Stop it.
I think it's
That breathing you're doing?
pretty clear to see he'd already stopped.
Stop
That
it.
seems like
Yeah.
putting a hat on a hat. What do you think?
How's it going up there, guys? I'm still down in the boat. I've not seen any of this.
I am invincible.
I'll take my pair of fine pistols that I definitely have on me and just sort of do a quick sweep of the room. Make sure there's no other flunkies or guards or
Isn't.
cat. And then I'll signal to the Lush to come on up.
All right. I climb up into the room. Okay, it's light.
The room is extremely bright. There's these series of like electronic lights that they hung from the ceiling to better view his workshop. Like I said, there are tables of like with like dark leather padding all over them, straps, ropes, belts, chains hanging from the ceiling. This is a full-on sex dungeon. Lenia is still strapped to this sort of rack where she's stretched painfully, gagged, tears streaming down her face.
I get her down.
Yeah, you're able to. I mean, you don't need to lockpick anything. She's helpless here. It's just
Cut
leather
it.
straps like belts, and you pull her down. And she gets the gag out of her. She goes, "Where were you?"
We got here as soon as we could, but the tunnels were a little confusing.
And she kicks the corpse. He's a fucking monster.
Point of order, he has fully passed away.
Oh, he's dead.
So we've heard the bell.
A few moments have passed before you start to hear. Let's see if I can get this effect right.
Ooh. Well, gents, that's bellwether. Spirit wardens are on their way.
Sort of put a clock on all of this, which I think is fine. This is what I propose. The plan was always to kill this jerk. Ignore all previous instructions to the other point. I say, this is Matt talking. I say we, by way of sending a message to What's-His-Nuts, maybe we can, if she's up for it, maybe we could have Linnea down here trust this motherfucker up in his sex dungeon like she was just trussed up.
Yeah.
Like, note in the chest kind of deal, like, we're coming for you next if you don't, kind of deal. Like, do the thing that they wanted us to do, right? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think the professor would interject. Do the billhooks know how to write? A note seems a little more our speed. How about we just carve one of their tattoos into the corpse?
Okay, so one suggestion with the lore of this world, can I suggest that we just take his dead body and pretend that we've kidnapped him?
Sort of.
Like,
We'll definitely give back your definitely alive son.
yeah, like, I mean, does the
Pretty smart.
spirit guardians, like, they're not going to know specifically who died.
Unless his ghost is identifiable.
It'll take a couple of days before the ghost frees itself from his mortal remains.
Oh, and if there's
Which
a
we can
ghost,
deal with.
I can handle this, baby.
All
That's
right.
pretty fucking
Yeah.
clever, my friend.
Put him in the boat.
You know what? Take 1 XP. Just put it somewhere.
Oh.
That's pretty damn smart.
Were you
I
about
like
to
this
give
a
me a
lot.
point of inspiration?
Because above the table, the bell hooks were going to be so fucking mad.
I was killing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, listen, that definitely was not the plan, by the way.
embitter this magistrate even more. But that's fucking
That's smart.
fucking
Yep.
slick.
Yeah.
All right,
I love it.
yeah, you trundle his body into the boat. I'm not sure that's the right adjective.
I think it's a trundle.
Yeah, we trundled. him.
Definitely a trundle.
There's a trundle-like element to it, I thought.
You find his home is remarkably free of guards. They all exist outside of the building so he can do his dirty deeds
Yes.
inside unseen. You were easily able to start looting things, but you are on a clock.
Okay.
So we can talk about the things you find. You know, I'm going to do a fortune roll for how much time you have.
Love it.
Not much.
Okay.
Oh, that was a
This is-
one.
This
There's
is
a one.
Brightstone.
Yeah, they respond
Yeah.
quick.
Fast. They're
Also-
going to be here.
Dead, like they get a backlog of deaths in other districts. This is news. Which not to be that asshole, not to be the little kid raising his hand for more homework.
No, I hit me.
So hypothetically, all the guards on the outside would have heard the bell.
They would have definitely heard the bell. They
Yeah.
know somebody in this district
in this
died.
district, yeah, okay.
And when they might see a crow
Mm-hmm.
and go, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, you're right. Let's start a clock. This is the guards are coming to investigate clock.
Although, I guess counterpoint, if he's been doing some less than ethical leatherworking down here, the bell might not even be that much of a news story to
He
them.
may have something to do with it.
Oh.
It's not his first rodeo.
Oh, no.
Can I talk you into a quick survey of, let's say, the main floor? Ascend the stairs right quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for, I don't know if we know specifically what we're looking for, fancy looking art. And failing that, shit I can take.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's see that survey roll. So you ascend the stairs and immediately blow open this door, and you're in one of the most beautiful houses you may have ever seen.
Probably, right?
It's marble. It's glorious. There are like radiant machines that create light. There's actual greenery in here, like decorative greenery. And let's roll that survey.
I am going to push myself here as well because time is a factor. I think Eddie is just really like, you know, adrenaline's pumping. He's just murdered a guy. I think he takes a minute, focuses his mind.
Positioning is risky for standard.
Okay.
The risk being that there are guards posted outside. There are windows and it's illuminated inside.
Right.
Be seen.
Right. Because otherwise this would be like a prowl or something if I was trying to do this quickly and quietly. I am trying to be quick, but probably not necessarily the most sneaky or quiet.
Snatch and grab.
Smash and grab at this point. We're on the clock. Okay. So I have 2 in survey plus a push is 3 die for old Hardway here.
Would we want to make this a teamwork action?
I was about to say, can I?
Yeah, you want to
Play with that. I will lead a group action here.
I love it.
Let's fucking go.
Let's lead a group action. Everyone's grabbing.
Okay. I say that as I have 0 in survey.
We'll get him some stress.
Oh, I got 1 in survey.
So we're all fanning out.
How does group action work again?
If anybody succeeds, it's a success.
Correct.
But for everybody who fails, you take 1 point of stress. The leader of the group action.
I think that's okay. 97. But that means we have a chance of doing it better.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I will keep my 2 points of stress to give me an extra die, and I will lead this group action for everybody else.
Yes.
Perfect. And so we all surveying. This is a group survey action. Is that what this is?
Correct.
Okay.
Same position and effect, or
Risky standard?
having-
Risky standard.
Risky
Yep.
standard.
All
The
right.
group is running around trying to grab things as fast as they can. And here's the roll. Wow, that was almost double.
That was
sixes.
almost double sixes, which would have been 1-6.
Let's go!
That's double sixes.
Shit!
Which is not a critical because I was rolling at 0. So the lowest of
It's-
those 2 dice
it's a
is a
six.
6.
Still a full
Still-
success.
full success?
Full success.
All right, and
Yeah.
Simon, looks like you've rolled a
2.
I also have a highest of 2 with 3 dice roll.
Wow, that's fucking
Which
tragic.
sucks for me.
So somehow,
But as a group action, it is a success.
So I take 2 stress.
2 points of stress.
I failed. Simon failed. I take 2 stress.
I think the stress here is Arvis like clicking his teeth every time. It's like, oh, you think that's valuable art? I mean, okay, we only have so many hands, but all right. Just constantly like, no, listen, I know it is valuable. Okay, listen, I'm sure it looks nice if you're used to boats and
No, but look, cross your eyes a little bit. It looks like nothing, but if you cross your eyes a little bit, there's a sailboat in there.
as a group, you managed to procure 3 of these rather large paintings.
Alexi, is there a ghost in this?
There was probably about 12 of them. That's enough for each of you to have grabbed 1.
Mhm.
And anything else. Go ahead.
12 paintings total.
There are about 12 paintings in
Of which we have
this
grabbed
building,
3.
of which you
Of which we've grabbed, but we are aware of the other 12. It's like a size.
Yeah, it's at this point with the 1 success, that's enough for each of you to have grabbed these full. I mean, it's this his gallery is this large hallway of these massive like old school oil portraits, the horses standing in a field.
I mean, as soon as we find that hallway, Arvis is breaking out his bandolier just full of drift oil and is wiping down these portraits with drift oil so they float, and then we're just floating them down the hallway so we don't have to lift these heavy paintings
Okay.
and lowering them down into the boat.
It's oiling time.
You've got floating paintings.
Yeah. With 3 vials worth of drift oil, how many paintings would that buy me?
I'll give you a fortune roll. It does not harm the painting at all.
Oh, good.
You've got a straight 6 on this fortune roll.
That's such
I'm
going to
say you can carry twice as many, so you can
Twice
take
as many?
6 paintings.
And so if I mark off a whole other bandolier to have even more driftwoil,
I'm going to say at that point, it's just a matter of practicality.
there's
Just 6 by 6
Okay,
paintings moving through the hallway.
I have
And the time.
I would also say time is a
I will let
factor.
you take another 3, but I'm going to tick up this clock
Go
to 2
ahead and-
segments.
go ahead and
We also have
go ahead and
So we're
take
one
it.
segment away at this point.
We also have a body to carry out of here too.
Indeed.
Presumably, we already put the body in the boat, right?
The body that was the first thing you've done.
First thing we've done. I'm
She's
at,
down there with it.
I'm at
Linnea, you take care of
5.
the body. We'll get these paintings.
You have 9 of the 12 paintings.
I'm at 5 of 6 load. I don't have enough for climbing gear. My big plan was to then rope them all together, so we just have this big floating like bundle.
From a practical standpoint, I think that makes sense. So I'm willing to click off.
I was about to say I haven't clicked off anything. Why don't
Yeah,
I
go
say
for it.
I did that?
Alexi, you
lash
have the
them
rope,
together,
Yep.
Flash them together. All right.
and then
and they just ride them down the hallway like the Silver Surfer. Apparently,
Yep. I love drift oil.
Our
so
guards
much.
are going to, as you enter the basement,
Yeah.
Crow has arrived, and you hear the front door opening as you are heading down the stairs with your giant floating series of paintings. I believe you have 9.
9 out of 12 is pretty good. Can I pose a difficult moral quandary question for everybody? Are they're guards? Are they the outside guards, or are they blue coats, or are they?
These
spirit
are his
wardens?
personal guards.
Okay. Would we know if spirit wardens show up to a place where someone has died and they do not find a body?
There'll be an investigation.
Ah.
Oh, are you suggesting? Do we need to murk one of these guards?
Or I have wait. I know what your or
I
is.
don't like it.
And that would involve another bellwether alarm going.
Oh, for sure.
I'm an innocent boy.
For-
I don't know what you're suggesting.
I was suggesting putting a bullet in Linnea and letting them have her.
Ah!
Yeah,
The bell
that's
will
real
go
dark.
off a second time.
Yeah,
It will go off a
which
second
is the only reason not to do that plan.
I'm not saying I want to do it. I'm saying we have to discuss the option.
Yeah, no, I think dark question. I definitely don't have any more load for such a thing. But roughly what load, because John Harper in his infinite wisdom has not provided us with this answer, what load would a corpse be?
Like if you had a corpse.
If
on
I
your
just
person?
had a corpse as part of my load?
2.
2? Oh,
It's
that's
big.
I mean, heavy armor is 3, so that's...
Sorry, what are you implying here? That you're just going to
I-
carry around
my-
the body on future missions?
My good friend, Eckerd, happens to be a corpse thief.
Yeah. I'm going to say like 2 for a small person.
Okay. Yeah.
So
But you
currently,
don't have the load to do it.
But I could have said, I'm going to hook, does anyone want to carry this corpse?
I think you might be overthinking this, my friends.
because we're taking the body with us either way.
You are.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a matter of load. We're going to take it back to the hideout along with all the boosted paintings.
But I thought you were saying we need some sort of corpse here to let the spirit wardens believe that, this is the person who died.
Oh, so you're okay. Hold on. Everyone shut up. You're implying that you would have brought another body with you
if the
to do an
plan,
Indiana Jones switcheroo.
if the plan
and
was
just
to
drop this,
yes.
like you had it in your pockets.
Oh wait.
let me
I
tell
actually
you-
See what you're going.
Let me tell you the full flashback. I'm sorry. I was trying to build this with
Are we
like too
actually
much
doing
mystique.
a flashback right now?
Yes, the flashback is, Arvis meeting with Eckerd and saying, all right, Eckerd, this is going to be
Hello, Arvis. Good to see you, mate.
great. I'm actually feeling really jazzed, really excited. Well, I need nothing specific in terms of, age or gender, just fresh. This is what delayed us. We were waiting for Eckerd to bring the freshest body from the War in Crow's Foot.
Fresh. Well, let's see here. I've got a bloke about 3 days old, and a
No, gotta be
died last night.
next time I see you.
Yeah.
It's either the guy last night or whoever you can find.
Need someone fresher because I got the assistant in the back room.
I mean,
What was that, boss?
no, definitely keep Artichoke on staff. He's brilliant.
That's canon.
Many hands make light work.
Sure, I'm just saying, how fresh you want. For a little taste of some coin, I could
Yeah, no,
bring it proper fresh.
I will spend a coin to make this a fine corpse.
Can I sprinkle in here that this may be either the corpse of a billhook or somebody dressed up to be the corpse of a billhook? What's your idea?
What my idea was, because the billhooks don't have any, as established, the billhooks don't have any real telltale signs of their membership
tattoos.
other than tattoos. So we just fucking carve that into the corpse while we're sailing down the river.
Now that's a fine corpse. If you ever asked me about it.
You've got a sailor. You managed to procure a sailor's corpse. He's all covered in tats.
Yep.
Okay.
Fresh off the Leviathan Hunter. Here we
Can I
are.
tell you, I first was not on board with this at all. This may be the most brilliant thing you've ever done.
Thank you for trusting me. Yes. No. We make it look like the billhooks were the ones who committed the kidnapping. He's dead.
So who's spinning the load to
To have been hauling this corpse around
That
canonically.
Alexi?
Yeah, that's going to be Alexi. Yep, sure.
Alexi, as you descend down into the boat to retrieve the corpse and place it in the room, your connection to this sort of spiritual realm, what does it look like when you start to feel those vibrations?
You know, I feel like it's kind of like a beehive of my vision. It's sort of sort of how you sometimes see. Sometimes I get very lightheaded. This is going to just be my own personal thing. Sometimes I get very lightheaded, and when I get that way, I start to see a bunch of little floaty bright lights.
Yeah.
And I think it's sort of like that, where it sort of starts looking like, imagine if fireflies acted like a beehive, where it starts where it's a lot of zoop, 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 zoop.
I love that Owl City song. Imagine if fireflies were like beehive.
You would believe your eyes.
As you're down in this tunnel, retrieving this corpse and your companion's coming down the stairs, you start experiencing that. The little flickers of light all over the place. And you hear this sort of cacophony of young women's voices from below you. And as you glance down, there are just dozens of spirits under the water. They all are in various states of undress. They look extremely haggard, beaten, bruised. And they're roiling in the bottom of this canal.
If it makes you feel any better, he's dead. He's dead, ladies.
We got him.
Yeah, no need to worry.
It sounds like you are making an attempt to
Way or
attune with
No,
them.
yeah,
You're-
attune.
To placate them in some manner.
okay.
As
They
they
in fact are looking pretty angry. Okay, yeah. All right, then yes, I am attuning. You know what? I'm attuning, and I'm pushing. Yeah, I'm pushing myself because this is. They seem very mad.
Push it real good.
Oh, push it. Do. Isn't the push it song?
Just gonna
That's a critical success.
Oh shit.
double
Let's
six.
go.
So as these I'll tell you what it is. This is where he dumps his bodies. This is
Yeah.
where he dumps them in this canal. As these women's spirits start climbing on the side of the ship and they see the corpse that you have put down here. And honestly, your companion, she has no idea this is happening. She's not connected to this world. She feels unease, all the hairs in the back of her neck standing up. But you see these women trying to climb aboard the ship. They see his corpse, and there's just this sudden peace that kind of comes over them. I mean, they're not at rest or anything, but they are pleased with this result. And several of them sort of hover and sort of spin around you, and you are free to do your work. You can remove this body and set it up unencumbered by ghost prostitutes.
All right.
We got him.
I just kind of holding him over the ghost, and I'm just Oh, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? See, he's dead.
They love it.
Cover your hand under his mouth.
Hey, I'm Brace. I'm a real shithead. Canonically, Linnea does not have any other context other than you just do this at the reflection in the water.
Gross weirdo.
But here's the thing: she is a working girl, so she's like, I've still seen weirder.
Also, fuck that.
I think she's very disquieted by the whole thing. You're able to put this sailor's corpse into the room as your group comes down the stairs with these floating picture frames. Getting them through this porthole is a challenge.
Yeah.
As we've described, these pictures are very large, and you're going to have to untether them and do them one at a time. They will only fit through at an angle. So we are starting our last little clock. Can you get out before the guards get down?
What's the guard clock at currently?
They're in the
Yeah, they're
Oh,
full.
it's fully full. So we're okay.
Just walk-
So we have
They are in the door.
moments.
We have a 3-segment clock.
And the clock, once the clock is filled, they're all through
They
the
will
porthole.
enter into the basement.
Oh,
You are trying to do it before they. You know what? Yeah, let's make that. No. This is the guards entering the basement.
coming downstairs.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
What action are we using to do this quickly? Are we leading another group action?
That feels right.
Mhm.
I'd rather somebody else do it,
I got 2 stress remaining.
as do I.
Okay. Well, I guess I can. Yeah, I come back up after
You
this.
could
we
even
come
be
in-
the person that's like, we're passing the
Yeah.
Yeah,
bucket
that makes
brigade.
sense.
You're in a
Okay.
situation. Yeah.
All right, I stop weekend at Bernie'sing this guy, and then I reach up and I'm using my long limbs to help pull this down. So is that a finesse? I got 1 in finesse. Yeah, that's the best I could do.
Finesse is kind of just dexterous. We're trying to
Angle them and get
angle
them.
them quickly, and
Yeah.
Okay.
they're not heavy. Yeah.
Okay, cool, yay, because that's the only prowess roll I have.
Group finesse.
Group finesse.
All right, we're trying to squeeze these paintings one at a time down through this trapdoor into the underground tunnel, and our group is rolling a group finesse roll. Let's see it.
Let's go.
Hey,
2.
4.
6.
All right, we have 1 failure.
1 stress.
1 failure with a complication, so I'm filling out 2, and 1
well,
success.
the success is the only thing that counts.
Yeah, I'm just ticking my clock based on overall. I think this is the end of the score.
Our progress clock.
Yeah.
Understood. I thought it was the
Yeah, 6
Spirit Warden clock.
No, the Spirit Warden clock is not happening just yet. It's taking
Okay.
them a little time. Okay, I think you've got all the paintings in and are able to close that hatch just as you hear the basement door blow open. You are already in the tunnel, pushing this boat away, just laden with 9 huge paintings. The rescued Linnea, the corpse of Bryce.
I want to say, Lenia, you did really well today. I feel like, we could use your services again. Thank you so much.
You're like, I never want to see you again. For
Yeah,
as
that
long
actually
as I
makes a lot of
absolutely
sense.
live.
I'm going to give her a card. Hey, listen, you go see my buddy Melvir. He's a physiker. He's going to take care of you, all right?
So he's a doctor?
Well, no.
I never said that. I didn't say, you didn't hear me say that? No one heard me say that.
And that
If you say so.
that is the end of our score. Well done.
Ah, yes, and we canal our way back.
I just like the image of this little boat going with like a balloon sort of trail of fine art pieces trailing like tethered.
Sort of like we're flying a kite.
Yeah. tethered
It's like
behind
the
it.
end of the movie, The Red Balloon, where we're just like holding on and it's floating us over the city.
Let's go around the table and introduce and say goodbye and who we are and anything we want to plug. Pluggables, Dylan.
Hey, yeah, I'm Dylan Hunter. You can find me at dylanhunter.boi on Instagram and Threads. You can find me there. Let me know how I'm doing, because I don't know.
Matt.
You find out also on dylanhunter.boi how you're doing. My name's Matt Melton. I'm at Matty Bosox on Instagram. You can also find my other podcast that we update very extremely occasionally, That Baseball Show, on Blue Sky. That is thatbaseballshow.com. whatever Blue Sky. I'm not sure about Blue Sky's naming conventions. Just fucking
on Blue
search
Sky.
it. It's on Blue Sky. That baseball show on Blue Sky.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Simon.
I'm Simon Fox, and I'm at Goodbye Simon Fox on pretty much all the social medias, but I do silly videos and sometimes live streams on the YouTube and the TikToks and the Instagrams.
Hell yeah.
And I am Sophie Hughes, a comedian, actress in Boise and everywhere I go. And you can find me at Sophie Trophies across all social media. Consistency. Also, check out my comedy album. It's called Sophie Hughes Succulent. Thank you. I love you, and I'm proud of you.
Love you, proud of you.
Love you, proud of you.
If you're thinking about doing a crime, stop it.
Stop it.